Hello traders, welcome to today's video. It is Monday the 29th of April 2024. This is your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency update. It's been the first one in a while. It's been a couple of weeks since I've last done an update like this. I think the last time we really did anything was when Bitcoin was over here. But yeah, we spent a couple of weeks over in Dubai, had a lot of fun, did a lot of networking. Productive, very productive, but was not able to really get to the charts at all because it was just so busy. So finally, I'm back at my computer, back able to look at the charts, to do some trading. I'm very, very excited to start making content for you guys once again. So please do hit the like button, hit subscribe if you've not done so already. We need to get this algo working again because it's going to take a few weeks probably of just consistent content to get back to that momentum with the engagement. So please do your bit and help the engagement by engaging on this video. So Bitcoin, we'll start off here. I mean, there's not been a whole lot going on, but since last week, where everyone was getting very, very scared down at the lows, of course, we had a lot of FUD that was coming out a couple of weeks ago here. We are in an area where I would be very, very open for this being the higher low that sends us back up towards the range highs. Okay, so I am in a short position on both Bitcoin and on Ethereum. However, I have taken profit on those, and this for me is looking like a really, really good opportunity to go long. So first of all, we had a bunch of imbalances down here. So we were looking at like a previous weak point of control that was down here. We also had a daily POC that was left behind. So the MPOCs have been cleared up entirely, and what this has also done is you see this impulse that we had that took price up towards, well, basically back up into the whole range point of control, which was there at 67,000, and we also had the whole range anchored VWAP since we first hit that 69k previous all-time high. We got the first rejection off of that. We had the VWAP holding there, and that for me, looking at these internal highs being taken, price came up, swept those, and then we got this rejection back down. Now everything has been corrected at this stage. Okay, we had a bunch of stuff down here. We can see this big like impulse candle that came up from Friday the 19th of April. All of that's been taken out. Okay, we've taken out a bunch of these internal lows, and we're also starting to build some nice divergences down here. So for me, a really, really good opportunity to be going for those swing longs. So this is clearest on the 30-minute. Of course, single prints being on the 30-minute, you can see that is your gap over here. Essentially, this entire section here was the single prints. They have all been completely filled, and we're testing into the basically demand that we have down here at $62,000. If we go onto the 4-hour chart, it makes it a little bit cleaner here. What we are also starting to do is form some very, I guess, mild bullish divergences on these lows. We've not gone into oversold like we were previously. We were looking at a bounce from here when we had these lows coming down without taking out the that 59k low. We had the divergence there, and we're seeing a similar thing here. Okay, we can see a very slightly higher low on the RSI and very clearly a lower low there on price, and overall volume just starting to chill out a little bit. However, this is certainly getting a bit of a pickup in support that we can see right now. If we also draw our fibs, then from low to high, we're within that golden pocket area, that 618, 702, 786. And we're testing into what we would consider as demand. If we draw this range from where we've had just consistent touches from within the range, like we can see here, coming back down towards some previous lows, we of course had this consolidation before price broke up to break all-time high, and we're back within that zone. All right, so you can see here as acting as resistance, support, 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 and we're back down there again. So for me, it looks like a good opportunity. All right, from the 4-hour time frame. If we go over onto the Woo chart, I'm looking at a trade that looks a little bit like this. All right, and we can see once again we've got these divergences forming down here in the golden pocket. And realistically, yeah, what you'd want to see now is this change in local market structure. So we can see locally, all right, we've had clearly quite a downtrend, but starting to form those divergences. If there can be a move that comes up, takes out those 65k highs, you could be looking at this as acting as support and getting a decent move here. But as I'm in that short position, or at least like hedged into that short position at the moment, why is my like thingy not working? Then I'm looking for these swing longs where you'd be taking profit at liquidity, imbalance above. Okay, so you can see if this does start to bounce, then you're taking out highs. You'd want to be taking partial profits there, especially around that 65 to 66k area. You've got your previous week high, all right, which as this happened on a Monday, on the previous week, we put in the high for the week and then just continued down for the entire rest of the week there. And it looks like it could be a similar situation on the reverse of that, okay, where we're putting in a low on the Monday and maybe we see this continuation higher. And then, of course, the big level to be aware of is where we had that like massive drop down where we got a ton of liquidations and the altcoins were getting wrecked and all of that, back up towards your previous all-time highs at 69k there. Now, if that does happen, okay, if we do get a bit of a squeeze, I would still think that we're looking at a bit more consolidation within this range before any like major breakout. I don't know why I'm not this, like when I do the backspace, it's not letting me delete drawings. It's very annoying. So I need to sort that out. But TradingView just does all these like little things. That's probably my fault, but I'll blame TradingView anyway. But yeah, that's kind of the plan here on Bitcoin. Okay, so as I say, I am in that short position from the POC, have taken profit on that a few times already, and now looking at this as being a decent opportunity to start scaling back into those longs now that we've had that drop. I was feeling very bearish yesterday, and over the weekend I really didn't trust the bounce that we had, but now that we've taken out those lows again on a Monday, actual like real live price action, not like stupid weekend stuff, I'm quite happy with the low that's just been put in. Now next, let's have a look at Ethereum. So if we have a look at Ethereum here, it's a similar situation. So if we look at the ETH pair here on Bybit, I am in this short. Now, the reason being for that is if we look at the big move that we've had since the beginning of the year, all right, we've flipped that VWAP and that is starting to act as resistance. So it could be a swing short. And I'm open to the idea of it being a swing short if, let's say, the whole market starts to break down, Bitcoin takes out that 59, 58K, then I do think that despite the fact that we've seen a little bit of strength from Ethereum recently, I think that would be short-lived and we end up seeing a bigger drop down, at least towards like 2,700, maybe even extending this down towards like to fill back in some of the gaps that we have down here at 2,500 to 2,400 here. However, I don't believe that's the biggest possibility. But because, like I say, we had that weekend price action, all right, we have this as quite a nice clean range here where you clearly defined your highs, your lows. All right, whether you do that from a candle close or wick, the lows are a little bit scrappy, okay. But we can see the deviation from the highs into that, into the imbalance that we had above, into that anchored VWAP. I took a short here, and once again, I have taken profit on this short and have gone into a long position. So I'm a little bit schlong on both of them. Feeling my bias is slightly more that this can be a higher low here. Because if we do look at, once again, the anchored VWAP from these lows, just going on to the other chart here, anchored VWAP from the lows, golden pocket, okay, go on to your 30-minute time frame. There's your single prints, which had high volume. All right, coming back in, retrace all of that. Same thing that Bitcoin's doing here. And this, I do believe, is a good opportunity. You had a bunch of people that would have been like breakout longs because here's your range. You're holding above, you're back testing it. Breakout longs starting to enter here. Wipe them out, come back into a decent area of support. And for me, looking at this as having a decent opportunity to bounce up towards about that 3,500, which would take you back into the range POC. All right, and to fill in all of the imbalances that we have from, once again, that like 12th of April crash that we had across the whole market there. So yeah, both Bitcoin and Ethereum looking like this could be the higher low. that takes us back in towards the midpoint of the range, that like mean reversion kind of play that a lot of traders are looking at. It's clearly quite oversold, at least recently here. But again, Ethereum's showing a little bit more strength than Bitcoin with that move up towards those highs already. And the BTC pair having had a decent bounce after coming into what is really very what is really very key support. This being, I believe it is, yeah, it's a monthly. We have this gap on the monthly here, and prices finally on Ethereum come down into that. Now, this is the BTC. It's a bit more like, it's not so much like technical. However, if you're looking at this as a whole range, and Ethereum clearly being at that discounted area in comparison to how it's been for the last 3 years, essentially, it's always seen a bounce from this like 0.046, 0.05 zone, and we can be looking at that as having a decent run back to the upside if, of course, we can get a bit of strength coming back into the whole market. That would also correspond with the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance does appear to have reached a top here. All right, it had once again that like fake out from these highs. You can connect these two highs. We had that weekly close above. That was getting everyone, I guess, incredibly bearish on altcoins. However, it does look like that's a decent top that's been put in, and we can be looking at a decent alt season that takes us from that 56% down, in my opinion, towards around that 44% dominance for Bitcoin, and then eventually taking down here and getting a really decent alt season underway. So I think that's most of what we have to say on these particular assets. I'm not going to cover the altcoins in this video. However, I'm going to start to look a lot more at the altcoins. I'll be doing some more videos on altcoins. Keep an eye out for shorter videos over on X. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on X, then keep an eye out for shorter videos here. And I will do more of those on the alts. And we'll also get back to live streaming again very soon. Of course, if you are new to the channel, please do go check out tauruscrypto.com. Okay, so this is where you can learn more about our community. And if you are interested, okay, you can join our crew. So you can click on any of the links here, say join Taurus. That takes you over onto the what page, apologies for the white, and you can join our crew here. What you can also do, if you would like to support the channel, then you can sign up for exclusive benefits for our members on any of our partner exchanges. Okay, so we've got WooX, Bybit, and Blofin over there. If for those of you who need a non-KYC exchange, then Blofin is a really fantastic exchange for those of you who need that. And obviously WooX being the main exchange that I'm using currently, and Bybit, of course, being very good friends of ours. However, it's unfortunate that in the UK, we're not able to trade on there anymore. So yeah, go check out the website. Other than that, order flow is the same old. I don't need to update on that. We are getting bullish divergences, okay, against the lows, especially on perps, where we see a lot of selling on the perpetuals, price making a higher high, CVD making a lower low. It's the same old story. A lot of blood in the market today, but that's only because there was one of those like fake bounces yesterday. And yeah, overall funding neutral. Everything's pretty chill. We were in fact getting some negative funding here. So now could be the time. All right, I've been away for a couple of weeks. Price has been dropping for a couple of weeks. I'm back, right? We are bullish for the rest of the year. Let's squeeze the shorts. All right, now's the time. I'm back to the charts now. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help the bulls. I'm going to do my part. We're going to squeeze those short positions out of the market, and we're going to have a bullish week. I believe. And if you believe too, then maybe it will happen. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, have a great day. Bye-bye.